Hello, and how are y'all doing tonight? So let's get into seasons 2, episode 8 of Queen Sugar. As always, it was so freaking good tonight. I'm always like, okay, I'm gonna go to bed and I'm gonna talk about this in the morning, but I'm gonna tell you the show be so good that I cannot just go to bed. I'm gonna tell you, this is one show that's so good that I can't even hardly tweet about it, because I'm trying to I be having too much to say on them little 100 and something characters on Twitter, so I have to just go on and make me a video. So let's just go on and jump into it. So first of all, I think it was so sweet how Dubois met Nova at the airport as she was coming down the little escalator. I just thought, oh, that is so sweet. And Nova can't even wait. She up in the back seat, ready to get it on in the parking garage, feeling all frisky. I'm like, dang, Nova, look, wait till you get to the house or something. I'm like, golly. But then they go to Charlie. Charlie looking in the mirror like we watching Beyond the Lights when she took her weave out. But her wash and go was on point. I'm like, look at Charlie. You know, I don't know. I never thought about her hair being wavy. I always, you know, it was just always pretty. I never thought about her flat ironing it. You know, I never paid it no attention. And poor Micah. You know, he really don't want his parents to be separated. And, you know, the whole show, I'm just waiting for him to come out and say it. So, like, I'm just like, boy, when you just gonna say it? You don't let them get full-blown relationships before you talk to him about it. Which, if I'm Charlie, I'm pretty much well through with Davis. Davis ain't even checking for Charlie anyway. He stay up in somebody else's face. He can't even act like he sincerely wanted to be with her. Like, if he really wanted it, he would have been still fighting for it and trying to prove that he better. He ain't doing none of that. He's still steady trying to, he doing what he was doing to get a divorce. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, whatever. So, I do feel sorry for him. Ralph ain't just sitting around looking for Nova and Charlie. After he done told him that's his form, basically he in charge. Now he want to act like he didn't just come at them like that. Like they supposed to work right on doing it his way and under his control. Like did nothing just happen. Like he just didn't devastate their whole world. Ralph Angel killed me with that. I don't understand why he gotta be that freaking selfish. Like, why you playing? Like, he just be, this show's so realistic and so deep. Like, I mean, I love this show. I love just about everything that comes on all the shows that come on this network because of that reason. But, now Ralph Angel calling Aunt Val on the phone after she told him, you know, boy, you don't write that check your ass can't cash. Now you gon', but did he listen? Now he calling her, and I'm glad she told him, you know, I'm out of this. You know, I tried to tell you, won't nobody listen to me. I'm not gonna keep on trying to tell grown folk how to do and they don't want to listen, so you're gonna have to suffer. Which I'm glad she did that, and she told them for them to fix it. And and she really needed to do that because she can't keep babying all them grown folks. Shoot. He had ran Darla off being foolish and self-centered, got Blue feeling some kind of way, wanting his mama at home. And first it was Kenya, now the poor child don't have his mama or the real Kenya. He going through, I'm like, y'all fix this boy life. He need to be on Fix My Life, because they putting Blue and Micah through too much. They gonna have them poor kids on Fix My Life. It don't even make no sense. So anyway, I don't like that initially Charlie was trying to blame Darla, you know, like, cause you knew and you didn't tell me. It wasn't her place. Why are they doing this? Don't be sitting around. I don't know why people even do this in general period anyway, and try to make this be somebody else's fault and put it on her. You know how your brother is. don't nobody want to be in the middle of y'all damn sibling rivalry, in the middle of y'all trouble and y'all tribulations. Y'all see how y'all act. So why she gonna want to betray him, and she just not getting to see blue and all of that? I wouldn't mess up my situation either. I'm finally back in my kid life, and you want me to go over here and burn this bridge so I can have to start fighting to see him, and we finally on a talking level to where we just growing and trying to have something. You want me to mess that up for somebody that just gave me a job but didn't like me at first? Child, bye. ain't no way. It ain't no way. Then I'm sitting here. Was it just me, or what? Did anybody else say, "Hey, that's Colonel from Meet the Browns," when dude stood up at the potluck and was sitting up there? Of course, they doubting Charlie. I'll be doubting Charlie too if I'm putting my whole harvest on the line, right? You know, because they putting their whole harvest on the line with Charlie, and this mill got to come through and produce this sugar and get this cane together. That's their money. They losing millions. So I understand. Then she gonna go out and make this article, basically like, you know, it makes it seem like, to me, I take it makes it seem like she unstable. Like, if she gets bored there or tired there, if it don't work for her, she gonna jump up and go back to her city life and doing what she doing. But they done lost their crop for the year. So what they supposed to do? Which, like the man said, we'll go back to the Landrys at the same price we've been doing it. But, you know, they still would have to recover from their crop if they lost it from that year. And, you know, so... Anyway, what else was we gonna talk about? Oh, about the potluck. When she walked in with that wash and go, they should have known that she come to play and she wasn't about to leave. Honey, she done said bye to the flat irons and the pressing cones and whatever she had in her hair. She come up in there with her wash and go, like I said, looking like from beyond the night light. She about to sing Bye Blackbird, and she looking good. Hair pretty, looking so pretty, and all this kind of stuff, looking natural. Y'all done seen the girl out here washing away the white flies. What more do y'all want from Charlie? Y'all thought she wasn't gonna break a nail. Y'all been doubting her, but she been coming through for y'all. So why would y'all at this point still be doubting her? And I was so happy when Prosper stood up and say, now y'all see this girl got a calling on her. Let this girl have her calling and stop sitting up here and doubting her. And boy, and so when they did that prayer for Charlie, y'all don't want me to sing off key for y'all again like I did in my last video. So I'm gonna spare y'all this time. But honey, it be just coming all over you. Just feel like you've been washed in the blood of Jesus. I mean, I'm telling you. And Charlie needed prayer. She really needed prayer. She been going through. And I wish they'd have known to throw Michael up in the prayer. But you know, they didn't know all of that. But anyway, moving on. Where the hell Dubois get his friends from? Like, Harpo, who these people? Why he got Nova with these kind of people, and you know how Nova is? So I was kind of upset at first when I first seen this. I'm like, the dude, I think they said his name was Tim, that was talking about the Zika, like, he just, to me, was full out prejudice and racist or whatever, and Nova was right about what she said. And it's these kind of dinner parties that make people form the wrong opinions about people in different groups. And then it's like they force, if they want to go on with their career, if they want to advance, and this man right here higher up, and they trying to kiss butt to go on with these beliefs and be saying all this crazy stuff just so they can advance, you know? But anyway, I was still like, Dubois, what kind of company you keeping, okay? But he should have put the man in his place instead of playing the game at that point. Instead of saying, oh, thank you, Nova, for putting him in his place. You should have been the man and stepped up and put him in his place. Not leaving it up to Nova to do it. That was your place to do. You invited her to this dinner party. Got her out of sorts like this. You know what I'm saying? So you should have checked him when you see him talking out the side of his neck. But I do understand. I have to say, I do understand what Dubois is saying. Sometimes you don't like what people saying. You don't necessarily agree with their beliefs, but you kind of have to sit back and bite your tongue, because we trying not to bite the hand that's going to feed us, especially if you want your career to grow. You don't want to sit here and mess up how your career going to grow. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, the point was made. Old girl from what was CSN, CNN, whatever it was, wants to pick offer Nova a job or whatever on a higher platform, and see she can reach more people. You get in good, get comfortable with them, get in good with them, where you can be a little bit more free with what you're saying. Now you may have to reword it where it'll come off properly, the right way, and not be so harsh, but you can reach more people. So I understand what he's saying. So sometimes you may have to tolerate some bullshit in order to get on the platform where you can actually help people and do more for people. So, I mean, I understood where he was coming from. I'm trying to think what was after that part. Oh, yeah. Then poor Michael. Lord, he had me upset when he walked by that restaurant and see him with the little singer girl, the little popular singer girl or whatever. I mean, everything he said to his daddy was true. Like, you lied, like you just talked to me on the phone 2 minutes ago and you lied about what you was doing and you just got caught. And then basically Michael like, if you lie, I'm gonna lie. I mean, you out there already up in somebody's face. He wasn't studying Charlie. Charlie trying to do right, not really be seen, to her spinal. He just be out here in the street doing whatever. He don't have no respect for Michael, Charlie, the relationship, the family, or nobody. But that's what he been doing. So it's like, it ain't nothing new. Then let's see what happened after that. I think Aunt Vi passed out in the floor. Y'all, these chaps don't were Vi, but her boyfriend about to get them together, because he don't like his sweetheart stressed out with they BS. He finna mess around and go off on them and get them together, because she's stressing herself out trying to have her little pie business, running around sitting about them, all this arguing they doing. He finna mess around. He finna mess around and get them together, because you see them looks he kept giving. He was like he finna go off on them. It's coming. It's just a matter of time. Then let's see, after that, it was Darla. I'm so proud of Darla. She's been clean for 2 years. And I'm so happy, and I was so proud of her. And I'm sitting up here. Y'all know when it comes to this show, I'm just a big crybaby. So I'm sitting up here in tears. And I was so happy to see Charlie there with her wash and go, looking pretty. Then here come Ralph Angel drag assing in late. Now this girl done got fired from her job with your damn white flies. You sit up here and ask her to go out of her way for you, but you couldn't have your monkey ass there on time for her event. This was big. This was monumental. It's just as big as what you was doing. The least you could have done was been there on time with your little ungrateful, selfish ass. That like to piss me off. But at least he showed up. But I was so happy when her support group, the woman over her little sobriety thing, her support group leader, basically came to Ralph Angel and told him basically shit or get out the pot. If you ain't gonna be there for it, go carry your ass on. And I'm glad he said that, because basically, if he ain't gonna do right by her and do for her correctly, then basically he gonna be her downfall. He ain't no good for her. And I'm glad that he told him that. He needed to hear that. It don't matter if he liked it, didn't like it. He needed to hear it so he can shit or get off the pot. And what did he do? He carried his ass in there. And he shit. That had me in tears, let me tell you. And so we'll get to that in a minute, because it's in my mind as the show happened, because that's how I have to remember how to talk about, or I missed stuff. So let me think what happened next. Ralph Angel calling calling Charlie and them about his check. Now you calling and blowing up Charlie and Nova phone. They ain't talking to you, and now you in your feelings about they ain't talking to you. Boy, what the hell did you expect? You thought y'all was gonna continue baking cookies and cutting cane and washing cane and out there fighting with the Landrys by your side after you done went at your sisters like that? It was a better way that you could have told your sisters. You could have went and said, I found this letter from Daddy, but I'm sure he meant it for all of us. It's just so many different ways in my mind that you could have said this, but that's not what you did. You burnt your bridges with your sisters, and then you sitting up here, now you wanting your check. Okay. That's how people do. They want to come at you however they want to come at you, but then they be wanting something from you. That's how they do. So, I'm glad that Charlie was like, oh yeah, for sure, yeah, whatever. I knew Charlie wasn't going to turn her back on him and stay mad that long. And I'm tired of him acting like Charlie ain't never been there for him. Charlie done proved many times this whole show and all the seasons that she gonna come through for Ralph Angel. Like, she got his back. At what point is he gonna start trusting Charlie and know, hey, look, this my sister, she got my back? Like, when is he gonna start doing that? Because I'm getting a little irritated with him just treating her like she don't do for him and she ain't gonna be there or she ain't never been there. They was all doing their own thing. Not just Charlie, but he was too. So stop. I mean, it's got to stop at some point. He really getting on my nerves with that little pettiness. And then I'm glad that Aunt Vi told Nova that she need to start running off every time stuff get hard. She told Nova she run off from her problem into another problem. So, start running off and create more drama for herself. She need to be told. Case in point, when she left when it didn't work out with the white police officer, and then she kept sleeping with all these other dudes and all that kind of stuff, and then now she done ran off with Dubois and his messed up ass friends. She at that situation now, but he do have the type of friends, if she can tolerate and roll with the nonsense and the BS, that can help her career go. But still, that's not, I don't want to have to fake the funk like that. Like, literally sit there and listen to people talk like that and fake it to make it on that level. Like, it's just, to me, it just seemed like it's just inhumane and just difficult. Then Michael needed to, next was Michael talking to his daddy. First off, he needed to burn that ugly ass shirt he had on. Then maybe he'd have felt better. But I'm glad he finally told his daddy what happened, because his daddy can help him now. They can help him grow and move on. What that cop did to him was horrible. But I ain't gonna lie, I thought when he said he was gonna he was born with a silver spoon in his mouth and basically like he was gonna put something else in his mouth. Y'all tell me if I'm not the only one that thought something else was really something else. Cause I was about to call all my friends, all my girls. That kind of stuff be about to have you call your friends. Y'all about to ride out and find this man. It's some change about to have to come, because ain't no way you was finna tell me that he held you at gunpoint and made you give him a blowjob. That's what I thought they was finna say, and I wasn't ready. I was just like upset. I just couldn't take it. I was just like crying and going on because I just wasn't ready. So that's why, I mean, just literally in tears. I'm like, Lord, don't tell me they did this to child. Jesus. I just couldn't take it. But I'm glad that, I'm not glad about what they did, but I'm glad he finally told his dad, because he needed to get that out about what they did. And I can't wait to see the next season, because I hope his daddy go after them. I hope he get in front of them cameras and tell everybody. Him and Nova need to go and tell everybody, especially when Nova find out. Y'all already know Nova gonna go out, but I hope they hurry up and tell them what they did. So, but then Ralph Angel, you couldn't remember about the light bill extension But you want them to trust you to run the farm. Okay, I got you, yeah. But anyway, I thought it was so romantic how he had the cameras and everything set up and that he proposed with his mama ring. He had me crying. And I was so scared she was going to say no at first. But, oh, excuse me, it's late. Ooh, I'm glad she didn't. And I'm happy, and Blue is going to be so happy by this, and I think his sisters are going to support it, and I think Darla looks so good working by Charlie, like Charlie right-hand man, girl, she be up there, she be having Charlie back, she be coming through for Charlie, and she looks good up there working by Charlie, and I think, and it's just making her be somebody important. I think she needed this job with Charlie, something important, something to give her meaning, and make her, you know, she needed that, especially to keep her like focused on her sobriety, you know. So I'm really happy, you know, that I like to see people going through things actually get to come up, because I think that's so good for her. So let's see, what else was it after the proposal? It was, let's see, I think that's it. After the proposal, that was basically it. Oh, Dubois showed up. I was not expecting that. I was so happy to see that he showed up. I'm like, okay, he like him some Nova, and she need a real man like that. I'm glad he came through, and I'm glad he was wanting to do something for something that meant a lot to her, which was like that ninth ward situation, I think they said. So I was happy to see that. So anyway, I think that's the entire show. My opinions about the entire show in a nutshell. And I will see y'all next episode. Me and my friend are sitting here talking about the have and the have not. Excuse me. Night bliss. But me and my friend are sitting here talking about yesterday's episode of the have and the have nots. And I did have some, not Instagram, but some Snapchat requests to just make a video about that, because we be on Snapchat talking about it. I don't know why we don't be on Twitter, because sometimes I try to tweet, but we be on Snapchat, because on Snapchat we can like take a picture of the TV and send it to each other and be like, girl, did you see this happen? Did you hear what he said, like that little part, and then put our comments behind it. So, but anyway, I'll think about making videos about that, which it probably would be easier for everybody. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.